Hello, everyone.
Hello, Shine.
I actually do not know you that well, but thank you for taking my invitation. I thought that it might be so easy to turn down my offer because,
Mm-hmm.
probably you don't know me that well.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to just be rude by asking questions which could be very personal. But I
Mm-hmm.
hope that it's going well and you understand the purpose of it. It's
Mm-hmm.
and welcome to Shine at the Park. Actually, this is my playground, you
Mm-hmm.
can say. And we can just talk about our life and just relax a little.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to collect the beautiful stories that everyone has. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the purpose. It's not about like kids or motherhood is only, it's all
Mm-hmm.
about the human beings and how we love our lives.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
thank
when
you.
you first invited me to this interview opportunity, I was excited because the point is we are not familiar with each other. That is that has a lot of room for exploration and discovery about something new and exciting. I believe that this is an extended opportunity outside of Toastmasters to learn about people and learn how to communicate with people. And I was excited actually. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you. So here we go. I'm Shine Park. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I am Hyewon Yoon.
I actually listened to the file that you sent me, the
Mhm,
video of your speech, and that
mhm,
was really beautiful. And I'm really wondering who you are and what you are into and stuff like that.
mhm,
So
mhm,
to start us off, I'd love to know about you, and also for the listeners, they probably
mhm,
need to get to know you.
mhm.
So would you like to describe where you're from? I mean, like which Toastmaster club you're from and what
Mhm.
you do, and yeah, like about your daily life.
Mm, I'm not sure, but are the listeners familiar with the Toastmasters?
Well, the first episode, Ron Baker, our
Mm,
president, he's also
mm,
a distinguished Toastmaster.
mm,
He actually described what it is.
mm,
And also, I think it was very clear, crystal clear, like what he was trying to say about Toastmasters. So I think maybe they know and maybe they don't know, then you can actually describe because your definition can be different.
Sure, sure.
Hmm.
So, for those who may not be familiar with the Toastmasters, let me give you a brief explanation about what it is. I am a Toastmaster. Toastmasters is a 102-year-old nonprofit organization dedicated to helping people to learn how to communicate and how to lead people. And in our regular meetings, we meet and practice public speaking. And first joined the Toastmasters in 2013. And since then, I have competed in and won multiple Toastmasters national speech contests. And actually, I'm a translator. I have been a translator for over 20 years. When I first joined the Toastmasters, I wanted to practice my English speaking skills in a safer environment. You know, when I speak English, at a working environment, it means I am paid. It means a lot of responsibilities and a lot of pressure. There is little room for mistakes or errors. So I wanted a safe environment where I can practice, I can make mistakes, I can try this and that. And Toastmasters happen to be such a place. So I joined after attending one or two meetings. And
Mm.
since I joined the Toastmasters, I discovered I actually had huge desire to speak. I often speak as a translator, but it's not about my ideas, thoughts, or feelings, but someone else. But I discovered I actually had desire to speak my own ideas and express myself. That was the beginning of my 13th year journey of Toastmasters.
Thank you. That's awesome description about Toastmasters. Also, now I know why you joined Toastmasters for first time. And
Mhm.
you are a translator. Now I'm really nervous if I make a mistake.
No
But
way, you don't have to be.
yes, see, you're right. We are in the safe environment to make mistakes. And
Yes.
me too. Probably I need to introduce myself to you as
Mhm.
well. I'm
Mhm.
also an English teacher. Happen to be an English teacher because I trained to be an artist when I was in college.
Mhm.
So, even though I'm walking on the different pathway, I kind of feel that it's kind of similar. Like you said, expressing my own opinions and ideas through
Mhm.
different mediums. That's also the artistic ways to discover about yourself, right?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I thought English was very interesting for me because
Mhm.
I am using it as a method, like a
Mhm.
communication method.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
here I am, not just being an English teacher, but as a podcaster. I
Mhm.
wanted to express my feelings and show my beautiful friends who have different point of views about different things and
Mhm.
bring the stories here in my
Mhm.
playground.
I think we have a lot in common. We
I think
love
so.
to express ourselves,
Yes.
maybe by different media, but still we love to show who we are. We want to put ourselves out to the world, and we love Toastmasters as well.
Hmm. Okay. And also, I wanted to know about your speeches.
Hmm.
I heard your first speech. That was a conference meeting that I went, and
Hmm.
you mentioned about, like how it is similar to lifting. When you
Hmm.
go to the gym, you actually practice lifting
Hmm.
weights. By practicing every day, you get better. That's like the way you treat the life itself. And it was
Hmm.
very impressive because at the time I was also going through the difficult time. And when someone is going to say, cheer up, you can do
Hmm.
it, I would make it. But at the time, I didn't have my own strength to get together as a whole.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I really appreciated and I wanted to get to know you at the time. But the
Hmm.
second speech that I heard, the video that you sent, that was
Hmm.
very motivational as well. As a mom, as a woman, I
Hmm.
could relate to it.
Hmm.
So could you actually tell me about your speeches? Like,
Hmm.
what kind of topics do you like to bring
Hmm.
when you are delivering speeches?
Often talk about two major topics. First one is failure. Second one is relationship. First, failure. I have experienced so many failures in my whole career, in my academic experiences throughout my whole life, small or big. And my life was a journey of experiencing a failure, overcoming it, trying again, winning, and then experiencing another failure and running the same circle again and again, small or big. Well, as a weightlifter or as a Toastmaster, I was also a contestant in many Toastmaster speech contests, and I experienced the failures and losses many times. And I came to believe all these experiences come with some lesson.
Mhm.
We have a failure in many different phases, in many different areas throughout our life, and they has a meaning and they has impact and they give lessons about how to live.
Mhm.
Well, we experience a failure, but that is not the end of the world. That is not the end of our life. We can learn, we can take lessons from our failures and try again until we succeed, until we win.
Mm,
That's why I believe young kids they need to work out because workout means lots of time, efforts, blood, sweat, and tears at the gym when they are not seen by anyone else, and they build up training, time, efforts, keep learning, and then finally winning comes. Nothing is free. There's no free ride. And for most people, including me, winning means lots of time, efforts, and what we have built up over time. And that is the message I often try to deliver in my speeches when I talk about failure. And second is relationship. I am in my mid 50s, and now I believe many people experience a turning point at this time of their lives. And they start to reflect on their life, their past, family, friends, relationships from a different perspective. When I was younger, I worked really hard. My focus was on my career, achievement, me. But
mm,
now, this time in my life, I start to think about, wow, I should I should not have said that. I should not have done that. There are lots of regrets and think about the mistakes I made to people, to my mom and dad or my friends. And I want to be more mature as a person. And that is also one of the reasons why I am so active in Toastmasters. And one of the biggest differences we can make as a person is the difference in people. We can make a difference in ourselves by achieving more, by working harder, but by supporting others, by helping others, we can make a bigger difference in
wow.
people, in life, and in this world. That's
Wow.
one of the things I'm trying to achieve in Toastmasters.
I feel really grateful to see one of the Toastmasters senior members like you because yeah, it's not about failure. It's about the lesson that you learned from your failure. And
Mhm.
also diligence matter even though nobody is watching. It's going
Yes,
to pay you off.
yes.
Yeah, I agree with that. And also these days that's my goal too.
Mm,
As a mom, I was
mm,
always focusing on myself and myself before I became a mom. But
mm, mm,
now I want to build a better world for my little child because
mm.
I want her to live in a beautiful society.
Yes.
And I believe that I'm going to participate and I will be the one who can make the little change.
Mhm, 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 mhm,
So yeah, like that's my goal as a Toastmasters too. This is
mhm,
why, yeah, I like to meet people here and there in Toastmasters, even though I'm not very outgoing or I'm not very good at socializing. It's
mhm,
also my
mhm,
way to get to know other people by interviewing others. I think
mhm,
learning about them deeply
mhm,
is not by saying hello at the time. I
mhm,
think it can be the meaningful time that like we have right now, just
mhm.
asking the deep, profound questions, even though we don't know each other.
Yeah,
So,
that's right. And your podcast is also one of the ways to change the world and make a difference for people and the world. You spread valuable ideas by interviewing people. I think that is a wonderful way to contribute to the world.
so much. I believe that we are just like different books. One
Yes.
day, one of the children that we have in the future, when they want to know about, oh, what kind of stories are in the past and what kind of things they've experienced, I wondered. And one day maybe they'll open the podcast and listen to your story or my story. They will learn from the lessons that we shared.
Yeah, that's a beautiful idea.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then, I know you are such a esteemed Toastmaster, so I want you to know,
Mhm.
what does it mean, a good speech, you think?
That is a very controversial topic.
Yeah, it's not easy, but it's my third year as a
Mhm,
Toastmaster,
mhm,
and now I'm finally seeking for my own answer. But it
mhm,
was not easy for me to find that, like, what kind of speech I want to have, or what does it mean by then, like, being good speaker? Like, do I
mhm,
need to um maybe deliver the speeches the audience want to hear?
mhm,
Or do I need to talk about my own experiences, even though they cannot relate to me? So
mhm.
what do you think? It's controversial, but maybe I think it's worth to talk about it.
Yeah, definitely it is worth talking about it. Um, there can be thousands of definitions about good speech. What is a good speech? The content, the message, takeaway, the delivery, technical parts. There can be many different aspects you want to look at to deliver a good speech. But if I had to choose only one thing, I would say whether you are considering the audience. Many people first start to speak in Toastmasters. They reflect on their experiences. They think about what they like, what they hate, and their experiences as a child or their failure, success, everything about themselves. And it is very easy to fall into the trap of about only you. But I think the biggest difference between a diary monologue or something only about yourself and speaking is you have the audience. You are speaking to people. Then your message, your speech, your presentation, what you are talking about should have some meaning to them. Of course, you can talk about your own experiences only because it has meaning, it has takeaway, it has something for the audience to consider. So you want to share something with people, something they can relate to.
Mhm.
So you can spread ideas or you can share some feelings. So you can trigger healing among the people and you share some value that you learned from your own experiences with people. I think that is one of the key factors that determine a speech, a good speech.
Oh, this is a huge realization now I've got from you. I agree. You know, when you are on the stage, you
Mhm,
are actually sharing the atmosphere with your audience and
mhm,
you're delivering your emotion, sympathy, and
mhm,
also meanings
mhm,
throughout your words.
mhm,
When you're writing down your stories on a piece of paper, you don't really care who's going to read it because it's going to be
mhm,
only you if you're
mhm,
not going to share it.
mhm.
But once you decide to share it with your audience,
Mhm.
then they are participating at the time as
Yes,
well. So you
yes.
show the respect for them too.
Mhm,
Wow, this is great.
mhm.
So what's your best of the best speech that you think you're so proud of?
Wow, that is a very tough question. It is like you have five children, and who is your favorite?
Oh,
That type of question.
wow. So you kind of feel that your speeches are art pieces. That's how I feel about my art pieces too. Oh,
Yeah,
when
of
they,
course.
yeah, yeah. Okay. So I know people are saying, yeah, like I love all my children, but you
Mhm.
actually have the favorite, but you don't talk about it, right?
My favorite? Well, I would say that speech I shared with you as a video.
Really?
My
I
him, my
loved it
mom, and
too.
yeah, because I am often asked, how long did it take to write a speech? How long, how much time do you spend to write a speech? Many people want to know. They
Mhm.
often ask such a question, but maybe just physically writing the speech itself may take 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, but I always think it took my whole life because
Hmm.
there were some life experiences at a certain time in my life. And then I had some time to think about that experience. And there was different ideas, different angles, different perspectives about the same experience throughout my life. And then finally reached a conclusion, some takeaway at least. And then I write a speech about my thoughts. So
Hmm.
many, many years, many sleepless nights, and many ages, wrinkles.
It's so interesting because once Picasso said, he
Mhm,
said, "Oh, even though my drawing, I can do it for, I mean, like in a second, just like
mhm,
this.
mhm.
But it took me the entire lifetime to practice, to have
Yeah.
that skill. So that's
Mm.
why it's so expensive." He was describing it. But you are right. It's not just a story. You are putting yourself in it.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Spot
Beautiful.
on. Mhm.
So, do you mind? Maybe you can share the speech with us, like just a part of it. It doesn't have to be whole. Or do you want me to share the link or just the speech with others? I think it's
Mm.
better you deliver the part of the speech, maybe.
I have one new speech and I want to share the introduction, just
Oh, sure.
30 seconds of the speech.
Very
And
excited.
yeah, the title is Patjuk.
Joe.
Patjuk. Yes. Patjuk is hot, thick, red bean porridge Korean people eat at the winter solstice to ward off evil spirits. And that is a very Korean traditional food, and I have some experience that I want to share with my audience about patcho.
Oh,
I,
wow. I want to hear it. One day, if I will be able to hear it one day, I would like to listen to your speech. Um,
Mhm.
and it just reminded me, I once delivered a speech about Halloween
Mm,
because it was about evil spirit, but actually it was about their ancestors and they were sharing the foods with other people and it was like a festival for them.
yes. So let me share just the opening of that speech, patcho.
Sure. I'll give you the minute for that. Okay,
Okay.
here we go. Stage is
Well, I was a very curious young girl. My father was a big traditional Korean family, and we often gather together for major Korean holidays like Seollal, Lunar New Year's Day, or Chuseok, Korean Thanksgiving Day. Then I often asked lots of questions to my mom. Mom, why do the men and women eat at separate tables? Why do my uncles and aunties call my younger brother 장남, the heir of the clan, when I'm the big sister taking care of him? Why does my younger brother sit with the man and play paddle or go all day when I'm stuck in my kitchen? Then my mom would warmly look down at me and say, "Oh, honey, shut up. Go and set the table." That's it.
Oh my God. Oh, so this is the real opening. I
Yes.
misunderstood before.
Oh, okay.
Wow, what a story. I can relate to it. Okay. It was actually wonderful time. We have to wrap up. Like actually it's been
Okay.
almost 30 minutes.
Oh,
So
wow. I didn't know.
yeah, it's really fun, isn't it? Like it's like
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
going to grab a tea, a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, it's like I
Mm,
just want to have chit chat with my
yeah,
colleague.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
really good to meet you and good to know about you, Hewan. And one day when we meet together, I'd like to treat you a cup of coffee if you allow me.
I will grab the chance.
Okay, I want you to have the fantastic day
You
and
too.
thank you for allowing me to get to know you. It
Mm-hmm.
was such a wonderful time. And as I told you, I'm going through my motherhood as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I really do appreciate your stories. It matters for me. This is my
It's
daughter,
my.
Joy.
Oh, okay.
Say hello.
Hi. Hi, Joy.
Okay.
Thank you
Have
for
a good
giving
night.
this opportunity and have a good night.
Bye, on.
Bye.
이불 속에서 배우 있어.